right, boys. We told you there was going to be a part 2 today. This is part 2. We went and saw Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and I got to say, it lived up to the hype.
Yeah, it did. I mean, this movie was full of like action, full of great acting, full of good comedy. A couple sad parts, you know.
Sad parts?
Well, spoiler alert, but
all my reviews have spoilers.
I was pretty sad when they were like fighting, you know, and Venom took off. And then I was sad when like Venom took off and he was like jumping from body to body and everything. And they were dying off like flies.
God, he killed so many innocent people.
He was about to die himself and everything.
It was everything you would expect from a Venom movie. It was a lot like the first one, like same style, funny, a little bit scary, action packed. I love the fact that it was action packed from the start. From the start of the movie, it was well paced. It was a little shorter than I would have liked it to have been. But the way they paced it, it was kind of perfect. Like it didn't like feel like it didn't have you leaving the movie theater like necessarily wishing there was more, because you can't really ask for more. It had everything you could want.
It was a perfect A to Z plot. It was perfect. Everything was in there. Great fight scenes. I loved the big long fight between him and Carnage.
Yeah, it was like a 25-minute fight.
It didn't go on like too long. It's like things happened, you thought it was gonna be over, and then it wasn't. Things happened, you thought it was gonna be over, it wasn't. It looked like Carnage was about to win for a while, but it looks like Venom's about to win for a while too. It's like it goes crazy. But one thing I have a question about: when Venom is in somebody else's body or somebody's body, he looks like himself. He's super big and everything. He looks just like himself. But when he gets in Eddie Brock's girlfriend's or that lady's body, he looks like a lady Venom.
Yeah, because he didn't go into another lady's body. Other than that he went into the Asian lady. I can't remember her name.
But I'm saying when he gets into like anybody's body, even like the Asian chick from the first one, that's a lady. When he comes out, he looks like Venom. Well, he didn't come out during that. But,
yeah, he never comes out.
But you know what I'm saying though.
She's the only she Venom. She is she Venom, and I love when Venom takes over her body.
Why didn't he do it for the Asian lady in the store?
He didn't come out. He just showed his face. He did the eyes popped out.
So I guess when he is in a lady's body, he looks like a lady Venom.
Yeah, but I love the fact that the fight went on as long as it did, and I like the fact that Eddie, like, he cares about people. Like whenever this spoiler alert, when Venom and Carnage are fighting, Carnage needs energy, or he's like something like that, and he picks up a priest, because the whole point of this movie at the end is Carnage, he's in love with Shriek. Shriek is she's another villain in the movie. She's big character in the comics.
Great actor.
Yeah,
it's the same. Pretty sure it's the same.
It's the same girl that plays Calypso in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Great actor.
She's also in the Bond movies. But Carnage wants to marry her, and she wants to marry him because they've been in love since they were kids. So the whole point is they want an audience, and the audience is that he wants.
Well, no, just to confuse people, you say Carnage. Carnage is
Cletus Cassidy.
Yeah, Cletus.
Carnage is a separate thing, kind of like Eddie and Venom.
Yeah.
Carnage is technically the child of Venom.
So Cletus wants to marry Shriek.
Yes. So Cletus wants to marry Shriek.
Carnage doesn't give a shit about her.
Cletus wants to marry Shriek. So the whole goal in the movie is to have an audience, and their audience is going to include Eddie Brock, because he's the reason Cletus was about to be killed, put on death row, because there was no death sentence. It was illegal in the state they were in. But they brought it back simply for Cletus because of the information that Eddie Brock finds. He basically finds all the bodies because he sees a painting on. Actually, Venom sees a painting on the wall of his jail cell. So Eddie finds the bodies and Venom, and they released it through his interview show, his investigative reporting show, and Cletus is mad at Eddie, so he wants to get Eddie there to be an audience of the wedding. Shriek wants to get the detective that shoots her and causes her eye to be...
Back in the day, that's how she went.
Yeah, you see that scene in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And then Carnage wants... Is it Carnage that wants Venom there?
Yeah.
It's something like that. They wanted 3 people there. But there was a Catholic priest there. And, of course, to get Venom to come out and fight, Eddie has to say, I will let you eat everybody except that guy, talking about the priest.
Yeah.
And whenever Carnage has Venom and Eddie pressed against the wall, they can't move. They're like hung up there. Carnage grabs the priest, and Eddie goes, no! And he bites the head of the priest off. So I just like that it shows that Eddie and Venom have feelings towards good people.
Well, another thing. Spoiler. I guess it's not spoiler, but I don't know. I think that Shriek is still alive.
Yeah, they never showed her dead
She
body.
fell down, and it showed her scream into that bell, and something might have happened where it went around the bell, and then came out and cushioned her fall or something because she fell like 10 stories.
It landed on top of her.
But hold on, look, she was following the bell was like this, and she screamed up, and then it went up. It could have gone up in the bell and went around and then onto the floor and like cushioned her fall, and then the bell landed around her.
But they never showed the dead body.
And they showed the bell go dung, but the bell's a huge ass bell, and she's just a little lady. But like, she never showed her dead body. She might be still alive.
Yeah.
And the detective is now what's his name?
I think Detective Mulligan. Or
No. What is he gonna be?
Oh, his name. He's gonna be what's that symbiote name? I think his name's Toxin.
Yeah, Toxin.
He's one of the biggest symbiotes in like the Spider-Man universe, and he's kind of like Venom. He's an anti-hero and a villain, but
Speaking of the Spider-Man universe,
should we talk about that?
it's spoiler, but make all capital letters. Put spoiler.
I'll put
in here.
huge spoiler alert across
Don't
this
watch
title.
this if you haven't seen it. Put that in.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll do the honors.
All right.
In credit scene.
Hang on. Let me finish saying what we're saying.
All right.
The detective that shot Shriek in the eye, he hates these monsters because
He's terrified of
he's
them.
terrified of them from when he was a rookie cop and had to shoot Shriek in the eye. So he's terrified of these monsters. And a piece of carnage got on him during the end battle scene. And at the end of the movie, the last scene that he's in, his eyes light up and he goes, "Monsters." And then he's not in the movie anymore.
Yeah.
And in the comics, his character is Toxin, the symbiote. And he pretty much, what I got from the movie is he's going to want to rid the world of those monsters, rid the world of Venom, because now he knows about Eddie and Venom. So I definitely think he's going to be the villain in Venom 3, because it looks like they're setting up a Venom 3. But now I'm going to let him do the honors, because Venom is going to have more than just Venom 3. He's going to be in a lot more than that.
This was like one of the most satisfying end credit scenes I've ever seen in my life.
Yep, I knew it was coming.
So basically, spoiler, again. At the end of the movie, Eddie and Venom go to like Mexico or somewhere far away, and they go to like some beach.
Because of fugitives.
Yeah.
Which I love. I thought that was a great thing because the whole time, like, Venom, he's under investigation by the FBI and he's like being questioned, but now he's a fugitive, which I like because in the comics, Eddie and Venom are not superheroes. They are anti-hero / villain.
Yeah.
So this sets up the possibility of him becoming kind of he's a fugitive of the law and being a villain in the eyes of like the government and the FBI. And
Kind of like Spider-Man.
yeah, but he's obviously a good person, but he's going to be made to look like a villain from now on, which I think is good for the future.
Yeah. All right. So they're down here at this like beach place. It's probably somewhere in South America. I don't know. Far away from everybody, pretty much. And they're in this hotel room and they're talking to each other and everything. And he's talking about a bunch of stuff like Venom's telling him like he's like years old, like a bunch of light years old and everything. And he could tell him all this stuff that's like really crazy and all this stuff, yada, yada, yada. And he's like, all right, tell me. He's like, you ready? He's like, yeah. And then he's like starting to say something. And then the room starts shaking. And the room starts shaking real bad. And they're like, what's going on? And then you can see outside, like over the ocean, it's like, boom. And then everything goes.
And the light shines.
And look, it was like raining outside.
And they were in like a crappy hotel room.
Yeah, and then everything switched. And now they're in like a nice cleaned up hotel room.
And it's sunny outside.
And they're like, what's going on? What's going on? What happened is, you can see it in the trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home. Doctor Strange did that spell. And Peter was like fucking around with him and everything. And everything got fucked up, right? In the spell. That's how the other dimensions opened up for Dr. Octopus, Green Goblin, and all them to come in. And the dimension got opened up for them. Because they got opened up, yeah, for Venom and Eddie and everything. And I think they went from their dimension into the MCU's dimension.
Well, that's proven because on the TV that they're watching.
Yeah. And then, so like, they look up and some guy comes out of the bathroom. He's like, what are you doing in my room? Because it's like a different dimension. It's like the same place, but there's other shit going on in that dimension. And then the TV comes on and Spider-Man's on the TV. Tom Holland Spider-Man is on the TV, and J. Jonah Jameson's on there talking about Spider-Man, just like in the end of Far From Home. And he's going on all about how Spider-Man's a bad guy and everything. And he's like, what's going on? What's that? And Venom goes, that guy, he looks and licks a screen over his face, tasty.
And then shuts off. So I love the fact that they're bringing Venom into the MCU. His movies don't exactly match the match the tone of the MCU. So I don't think he's going to be a huge character. He's obviously not going to have MCU movies. He's going to have his own universe.
He's going to be
over
in
here in
Spider-Man
Sony
3 and then probably out.
But now this gives us a chance to have Venom in the Spider-Man movies and Spider-Man in the Venom movies, and they're going to be, crossing paths. I expect that they will not get along at first. They'll fight because I think Venom's going to think Spider-Man's a bad guy, and Spider-Man's going to think Venom's a bad guy. Mainly because Venom's a fugitive, Spider-Man's a fugitive. They're both on the opposite sides of the law.
And Venom looks terrifying.
Yeah, so he don't look like a good guy.
Yeah.
So I think for a while they're gonna fight, and then it's gonna be kind of a Kong versus Godzilla thing. They'll end up teaming up, and I would love to see Venom team up with Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and Tom Holland Spider-Man to fight the other bad guys that are going to be in Spider-Man No Way Home. But I don't expect that's gonna happen.
What if? This is just a big what if. I just thought about it. What if Topher Grace's Venom is in it?
No way. They're not bringing him back. He's terrible. No, he's terrible. Topher Grace sucks as Venom. That was the worst Venom I've ever seen. Tom Hardy's Venom would beat the hell out of that. Get that Venom.
Yeah.
He'd rip him in half. But I do expect the Sinister Six in No Way Home. I think they're gonna have 7. That's my prediction. Because I think that the Sinister. I think it's gonna be. They're gonna start out with 7 villains. I think it's gonna be. I have no idea, but I'm guessing it's gonna be Green Goblin. It's gonna be Dr. Octopus.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Venom. It's gonna be Vulture. I really think Mysterio is gonna be in it.
Would Vulture want to kill Spider-Man still?
Yeah, that's why he's in Morbius.
All right, but hold on.
He's in the trailer for Morbius. He's setting up a team.
Oh, yeah, he would, because the spell that Doctor Strange did is everybody forgets who Spider-Man is.
But that's not what happened in the trailer.
It might be what happened, because remember he was all worried about...
No. You're going off the rails. You're going off the rails.
I'm just saying.
No, that's not what happened.
Shut up. It's just a bunch of shit that I'm putting out. Listen. It's just a bunch of ideas and theories and stuff.
That ain't gonna happen. You gotta have these...
I'm not saying that this is my confirmed theory. I'm just saying it could...
I wish you'd let me finish my prediction.
All right, well, hold on. In Homecoming, he knows who Spider-Man is. It's Peter Parker. Okay? And he doesn't want to kill him.
Yeah.
But before that, he wanted to kill him. So if that spell does work, and that does happen, then Vulture isn't going to know that it's Peter Parker and he's going to kill him.
I'll tell you exactly why that's not
because all he knows is that Spider-Man put him in jail.
Maybe it's possible. But they all have a grudge against Peter for some reason. But here's what I think. I think it's going to be Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Venom, Electro, Vulture, Mysterio, and probably Rhino. Everybody's saying Rhino's going to be in it. They're predicting Rhino's going to be in it. I don't really want Rhino in it, but they're saying because of the way Amazing Spider-Man 2 ended,
and maybe because Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be it, and then I think that after like the 7 fight those 3 Spider-Man for a while, Venom's going to be like, these guys are in the wrong here. Mysterio's over here messing around, making us think.
Doctor Strange really.
Doctor Strange is
effed himself in this movie.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is making some mistakes lately.
You don't want me to curse on your channel.
Anyways, I think that it's going to end up being Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man, and Venom versus the Sinister Six.
God.
And I think it's going to be beautiful.
I hope Happy doesn't die. But
yeah, better not.
There's the thing with the MCU is like, well, they do kill off a lot of people, but
they always bring them back.
No, they don't. They don't always bring them back. They bring them back one time. But like in some of these movies, they don't get deep enough. Like in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, Gwen Stacy died. That was like, deep enough. You know what I'm saying? In some of these movies, there's like a huge threat and nothing happens, and then they win. But like Infinity War, that was like a huge tragedy. So like maybe if Happy Hogan did die or something like that, because in the trailer it showed like a bunch of guns pointing at him. If he did die, maybe that would be like
put Peter over the edge.
Yeah, put Peter over the edge. And like, because like Peter Parker is a badass now, but like he's mostly like childish and everything, and he kicks ass and stuff, and he does but like he's only like manned up and been like, oh, I'm pissed like once or twice, Hopefully, like I'm hoping that he'll get a little bit darker.
Man, there's so much possibilities with No Way Home.
There really is.
They need to make this movie like 4 hours long because there's going to be so many characters. There's going to be so many characters.
MCU movies need to start getting longer and longer.
I just hope they make No Way Home right. I know we're going off the rails about Venom, but Hell, Venom Let There Be Carnage is leading straight into No Way Home. That's why this review has led straight into No Way Home predictions. Because
So crazy.
if Venom's not in No Way Home, I'm going to be very disappointed at this point. The way that after credit scene, he has to be. He has to be.
No, he's going to be.
He's going to be. But I just hope they don't make the same mistake Spider-Man 3 made.
Oh,
We forgot to say Sandman. It ain't going to be Rhino in the Sinister Six and the new one. Sandman's going to be in it. It's Sandman.
You think it's going to be the same guy?
What do you mean? Same character that played Sandman in Spider-Man 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be in No Way Home. I know he is. They already said it.
If Andrew Garfield is in it, he's not going to give a damn about any of these people. Maybe the Green Goblin
Electro.
Because the Green Goblin.
Electro.
Electro. I forgot.
And it's going to go...
Who doesn't forget about Electro?
It's going to be Green... it's going to be Green Goblin, Venom, Dr. Octopus, Sandman, Vulture, Mysterio... Who am I missing? Electro?
You already said Electro. Anyway.
I'm missing something, but it's all right. There's so many characters, I'm already missing them. But this movie's going to be great. I hope it's 4 hours long.
Yeah.
Venom Let There Be Carnage was great. I give it a 10 out of 10. I loved it. I loved it. It couldn't have been any better for a Venom movie, and I can't wait for the third one.
Tom Hardy did a great job, just like he did in the first one.
And I hope that if they make a Venom 3, Spider-Man's in it.
Yep.
I hope they team up.
One of them.
I hope they team up.
Yeah.
I hope Venom 3 is a team-up movie.
Oh, one more thing. Anybody that thinks that the MCU has gone downhill since Endgame can suck me off because
It's about to go back up.
Because it did with
Shang-Chi was good.
Captain America. Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
What?
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, it's good.
And
Not
Loki,
near as good as Loki.
even though I haven't finished Loki
Not
yet.
near as good as WandaVision.
And WandaVision, that's like up there good.
Yeah,
and
but Shang-Chi
is up there good.
Black Widow, man.
Black Widow was a good movie, but it wasn't like oh my god.
Eternals is gonna suck. I hope not. I hope Eternals is good. I hope Eternals is a surprise like Guardians of the Galaxy was, because I thought Guardians of the Galaxy was gonna suck, but then I was very happy with it. So I'm sure Eternals is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Marvel doesn't really mess up, but No Way Home, 2 months. We get to see Venom again,
and
baby.
Morbius. Oh,
Morbius is in January. Hey, what if this is just a proposal? I don't think Morbius is going to be a good guy at all. He's a prick. What if in Venom 3, what if at the end of Morbius they like set up another little villain team with Vulture, Morbius. This is just a prediction, probably not going to happen. Vulture, Morbius, and Toxin. The Toxin symbiote from the end of Venom 3. Those three team up, and Venom's got to call a little bit of help from Spider-Man in Venom 3. And it's a Spider-Man and Venom team-up movie to fight Morbius, Toxin, and Vulture.
I don't know. It's like I do want them to team up, but Venom is just like the ultimate villain for Spider-Man, so it's kind of hard to say.
They're gonna team up.
Venom is like the ultimate villain for Spider-Man.
They team up in the comics plenty. They argue sometimes. They don't always get along. Yeah. Sometimes Spider-Man throws them in jail or something. They'll be all right. They can buy it.
I love Tom Holland. I do.
You can't say he's the ultimate villain. He's not.
No, but look, I love Tom Holland. I do. It's weird for me thinking about like Tom Holland and Tom Hardy. Like it's a lot easier for me to think about like Toby and Tom Hardy because like it's just like I don't know.
It's a lot. I think the perfect Spider-Man for Tom Hardy would be Andrew Garfield.
Toby's character just seems like a lot more mature and everything.
Yeah, but with the tone of the Amazing Spider-Man movies, they go perfectly with the Venom movies. The tone of those movies, they're kind of goofy, kind of dark at the same time.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is perfect to team up with Tom Hardy. Yeah. But I don't think Andrew Garfield's interested anymore. I think that Andrew Garfield's moved on. He's been nominated for like 2 Oscars. He's doing serious stuff. I don't even know if he really wants to come back for No Way Home. So I don't foresee him being like Spider-Man regularly. But like I would be willing to bet No Way Home's a one-off for him. But imagine if they make Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. In Venom's universe. God. I mean, they got like 40 Batmans. They got Robert Pattinson and Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton's going to be Batman again. Why can't we have Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield movies?
Yeah.
And Venom. All right, anyways, 10 out of 10 for Venom.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
First one was 9 out of 10. This one's 10 out of 10. This one's better.
Yep. All right, thank you, boys.
All right, sorry it went so far. I know it was supposed to be a review, but this is just a spoiler freaking zone. Don't turn it off if you ain't seen it.
Turn it off.
It's already too late. Turn it off.
Yeah, you already ruined it. Just don't even go see it if you watch this.
Yeah, we just told you everything.
Yep. Bam.
Bye.